I'm surviving. I'm getting by here. So, we're supposedly in a lockdown, and I guess everyone's debating whether they're going to go into a full lockdown like the rest of Europe, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We still have the people that don't believe this is real. So,
yeah, it's getting kind of hard, man.
yeah. So, all right. So I guess we can get going. So, okay. So for everyone who's watching, we got here. Let me make sure I pronounce your name correctly. So it's Tyronne Buddy-Lee Ike Hill, or better, as everyone knows you as Kid Bookie.
Yes, they do.
All right. So, and do you want to introduce your band?
Well, this is would I say 1/3 of my band? Yeah. This is 1/3 of them. My guitarist isn't here, or the other guitarist in this year. But this is Goat Society, sex, motherfucker.
Nice. Okay, so you've been making a lot of noise this past year. I mean, it's like I was looking through your discography. I did kind of a sort of a deep dive through Spotify to see what you have, because I found your page, and then the next thing I know from there, I'm like, okay, your bio says you're pretty quiet in 2019, but you did a lot more you did quite a bit for somebody who was pretty quiet. So, I mean, how do you as an indie artist find your way into all these projects? I mean, you're definitely a hustler. So
magic, pure magic, legit. Like, whether they believe it or not, everything I've wanted to do now, I said out loud to many people a long time ago. And I just live by the precedents that you think it, you work towards it, you get it. Not some, oh my God, metaphysical shit, but some real fucking, like, I want this. I want to change the fucking planet. I want to fucking make this shit sick, shift the paradigm a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Fuck yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do.
Okay. So you started off, prior to you doing what you're doing now, you started off as a guitar player, right? You were really more in like the rock and the metal scene, is that right?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was in my band singing songs like "Every Beautiful Day is Ruined by You," singing songs like that all the time.
Okay. How long were you doing that? You're doing that for quite a number of years, or?
I was just like, I wasn't into rapping. I thought it was shit and I hated it. It was sick. It was disgusting. Didn't stand for nothing. And then I discovered rappers like, obviously, Eminem, Bone Thugs and Harmony, fucking Tech Nine. So many motherfuckers, man. Too many to name. And then they shifted my wait, I just want to say something. If anyone wants to write on this wall, this is the name wall. This is the name wall. This is the quote wall, and this is the picture wall. So on this wall, you write your name. On this wall, you write a quote. On that wall, you write pictures. Never get it confused. It is so important. Wait, I'm sorry. I just had to throw it out there.
Okay. If you want to explain what you just explained to them, is there significance?
So on my wall here, I've got many different names from people that come into there. And then on this wall, I've got quotes of other things, quotes.
Okay.
And that wall over there, I don't see if you see a picture there, but there's pictures. There's even an alien space chick with 2 big titties called Kulo with a silent X.
Nice. Is each wall like, is there some meaning behind it, or is it more for inspiration towards future song ideas, or is it just more?
Depends what wall you look at. Like I just like the dimension. You might look at this wall and be inspired by the quotes and be like, fuck man. I always see my skin, my cell where I will suffer well all the time. And something about that quote just makes me fucking, every time I read that, I'm just like, bro, I want to do good. And then, but if I look at the picture wall, I feel like, no, if I see the picture wall, I can get horny sometimes. There's so many boobs on there. There's so many titties. And then on the name wall, even though there's a picture, I'll let it off because the person didn't know when I was doing it. It's just like all the names, so it's like very sentimental for me. It's peers, man. It's all my peers and shit.
Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So I guess we can talk a little bit about your origins now. Tell me a little bit about where how you fell into this wonderful world called the music industry. I mean, how did you fall into this, and when did you really find your voice?
Um, I think I found my voice in the last 6 years. I've been doing music since I was, well, I've been doing music for time, but I started rapping because I guess that's when I started to get my name around when I was 14. And then I went on the radio the next year on Tim Westwood's BBC Radio 1 show. And then I was in school the next day and I was so popular. I just didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was just like, oh shit, this is what happens. I'm just gonna like get my dick sucked and shit, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
and then what else is going on? So I guess I can say I entered it then because then I had legally been on something that mattered in the sense of in my mother's eyes, you know what I'm saying? And then, so yeah, that's when I started studying more rap because I was never good. I jumped in it like way too early. I had no idea about staying in time, stuff like that, rah, rah, rah. I just played my guitar. My guitar was my solace, listening to my Blink, my Good Charlotte, my Slipknot, my Link Biscuit, my Linkin Park, man, my Soundgarden, my fucking everything. And then, what else is there? And then, yeah, you start getting a name for yourself locally. You know, you start becoming the cool guy, the young kid who spits bars. You don't even have to be good. You just have to be the young kid that spits bars. And then because I was the young kid that spits bars, I always had this, I knew I wasn't good enough on my own. So I had to attach myself to the bigger, local, stronger MCs. I did that. And then now you're just on songs with people. So your songs are traveling more around the area. And then after I realized what I'm doing is not what I want to do because I literally I felt like I had to do that shit because when I went to school, you know, going around everywhere saying that you listen to this, that, and the other, you just get like mocked. Like, oh, you listen to Slipknot, you suck. And then I didn't like that shit. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna join gangs and shit to express the nature of my black because I feel like that's what I have to be. And yeah, now I sit here today very content in my individualism, knowing that there is no contrast to nothing. I am who I am. I don't need to appease any nature, anyone's cultural group, nothing. I just have to live for my own precedents, challenge everything that people have ever told me, and fucking break the status quo and shift the goddamn paradigm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it seems like UK hip hop is starting to get a lot more recognition on a global scale, where before, I guess, it was more within the UK and maybe in Europe. So, what do you think it is about now that really UK hip hop is really starting to get more recognized around the world? And I guess not everything hip hop is from America.
I think, well, first and foremost, the generation is like 20 years, 30 years away from your Jay-Z's and Nas's, etc. You know, the era changed. The kids control the remote, as they say. So where we have the internet, and we didn't have the internet like we had it before, it's been very vast, being able to cross the borders rather than feeling like you have to break America. You can break America via the net with a viral video. So the whole model has changed. That's one aspect. The other is, I think, you know, the world's smaller. The world's got smaller. Everyone's seen how small the world is via the internet. So there isn't really this big, what, you're from America now? Or raw shit like that. When you just like can just tweet a dude from fucking over the world.
Are there people that think you're from America before they ever hear you ever spit a bar?
No, I get told I've got a very prominent British accent in my shit by the Americans.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk a little bit about, I mean, you
British
have a pretty,
sometimes think I'm American though.
okay. Because you have an interesting list of people that have recognized you early on. There's a rapper named Dot Rotten was one of your early champions. So how did you guys cross paths?
Dot Rotten is a friend of mine who did like the early UK hip hop kind of shit that I did in the day. And we were kind of like the outcasts of that shit because we didn't really make what everyone was making. And so, you know, I don't like that shit. I fucking hate grime and kind of UK based hip hop. I think it's very mediocre. I don't think there's any passion in, well, can't say there's no passion. There's there's certain passion in it from people, but the music and the agendas, the fucking people scared to say it sucks. I hate those people. So, you know, I'm just out here, man, trying to just challenge everything, bro. Stop trying to live up to some fucking narrative that some cunt wants me to be just because of the where I come from and what I got to do and shit.
Do you feel like you're leading like this new charge where you're kind of you're breaking the mold of like a lot of UK artists where they rely heavily on what the press says or what radio says, and you're thinking for yourself in terms of creating?
Do I think I'm breaking the mold in terms? I think I'm definitely challenging a lot of perception. I think I am, but with that also comes a lot of fear because I don't do things in the conventional ways, traditional ways. I'm very taboo, very fucking taboo. Like I genuinely don't give a fuck, but not nonsensical where I'm completely naive to my own bullshit, but more in the sense of like, I see through you motherfuckers, don't try it. You know, like I am not. So, and I'm not saying that in some like God complex kind of shit, but I guess if you're over here, you will see what I have to fight fucking every day. So this is why, you know, I have to be this way. Can't be any other way because they will keep trying to tell me to stop. And I can't. The minute I stop, I've succumbed to your prowess, you cunts.
Yeah, definitely. So I think as I told you, this premise of this channel is going to be about music entrepreneurship, or as I call it, reinventing the hustle. So you're definitely a hustler. You're definitely a guy that's out there just making moves and making your name. So what kind of challenges have you encountered other than the things you just told me about, and maybe like how have you adapted to making it work for your music to get into people's hands?
I guess there's every music, every island, every place has their format, right? You know, I come rap music, I do rock music a lot, and I am predominantly known as the rock guy, right? So, you know, in that sense alone, I am a niche. I am a niche. When it comes to placing me places, the way the music industry is playlist based and all this crap, like who do you put me next to? I'm from Britain first and foremost. So first and foremost, I shouldn't even be attached to the people I'm attached to because I'm supposed to be with Stormzy or some shit like that. And but I'm not. I couldn't really tell you the songs unless I hear them from my friends. And that's not me being naive. I just don't really, that's not my stuff. I respect what people do, but it's just not my shit.
Yeah.
So that first and foremost is like, oh, what do you mean? You're from here. So first and foremost, the door's already slammed in my face because it's like I'm against what's already happening. So I have to cut corners and I have to do all these things. It is literally doing what I'm already doing. It's like, okay, if I can't get in this way, I'm going to go to the top and go work my way back down, you know, in the sense of, okay, here's me standing next to the gods of this shit. Okay, I might not have respect. I don't expect to be respected with them because I am not them, nor have I done what the fuck they've done. But you know, you tribe to who you tribe to. You are the company you keep, and I try to keep my company extraordinary to learn from, rather than feel like I have to be around the shit because I'm on it. So I'm very isolated. Pick who I want to be around by choice. And even if you're around me by someone else's media, I don't even give a fuck if you like me or not because you're not my fucking shit. It can come across how it feels. But it's very important to protect that shit because not everyone has your best interest and people are just around. It's like literally just weeds in the garden.
Yeah. You know, obviously, I know we follow each other on Twitter. You sound exactly like you just explained. You like to explain like the steps of your journey, and you're very informative about your experiences with how you deal with things. And I'm sure you encounter people that are often questioning everything you do. But do you find it that through your interactions through Twitter and Instagram, do you find like you're finding new fans that probably have no idea what you do, and maybe they think whatever they think, and then somehow you won over people just with the way that you explain things?
I'll be honest with you. I always feel the opposite. I feel like me being brutally honest drives people away. And sometimes I'm like, all right, fuck, I've just woken up. It's been less than 10 minutes and I'm spewing rants on Twitter. So You know, I'm like, all right, but it's not for me. It's not just rents. It's like, I know so many feel like this, but not many will say it. Sometimes you have to be the one that takes the bullets and heal. And, you know, if people can see that, you know, oh, you didn't die doing that, maybe I could step up and take a few bullets and just consume them and spit them back out. You can't, you know? So
Yeah.
I just feel like, but I guess, you know, for me, that's a certain solace that you just said, because I do judge myself a lot. I'm very critical. I never feel like, I always move the bar. Like if I think the bar's here today and this is the level we've got to get to, I'm like, nah, it's so much higher. So I am never content. I'm never content. But I think that'll be a driving force in, it's a detriment, but it's also a driving force. So for me, it's just the equilibrium. But, you know, I do face a lot of stigma. I do face a lot of genuine ignorance, like just genuine, like feel like I'm going to be ignorant off the bat without saying anything by a lot of people. I'm fighting a lot of cultural bias, fucking living up to precedents that I didn't set for myself based on my skin color and where I'm from, you know, having to also break the black status quo for myself where, you know, I have to be certain shit or I have to do this for the white people as well. Like I'm constantly questioning everything. And I think that's like, and I sometimes just hope that's like, you know, it's not naive and bullshit, but it's for people to be like, wait a minute, am I even being who I am? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this like, wait a minute, like just take a step back and fucking think. And I think like, you know, so yeah, I do feel a little alienated sometimes, but I've got good people around me. They're in the fucking room right now. And like, if you understand what the fuck I want to do, then the only thing we can do is put that all together with everyone else's theorems and fucking implement new agenda, bro, that actually works and makes people want to change some shit.
Nice. So, speaking of the other guys in the room there, so tell me a little bit about where did you find those guys? And if I don't know if you want to explain it or if they want to explain it or.
Kieran is a mutual friend from a lot of friends. He's the bassist right there. Wave your hand. That's Dex. Also a disgusting producer for the niche that they call trap metal. Trap metal. Even though he might not like that, but I just sometimes have to brand that shit. But he's more than that anyway. Mo is one of the, I'm not just saying it as a bias, probably one of the best drummers I have ever seen other than Jay Weinberg, like in front of me. So ridiculous. Mo, mutual friend. Mo, I actually, like, it was like divine timing. I found an article online and Mo had said he wanted to work with me. And I was like, well, I'm going on tour and I need to see, and I heard you was shit drumming and I was like, I need to contact you. So I contacted him and we spoke and then we just fucking like bucked up like a few weeks later. Now here we are nearly a year later, fucking just getting ready for another tour and shit.
Nice. Because you were supposed to tour this year, right? Prior to the world shutting down?
Yeah, I was supposed to Kerrang tour. And supposed to do a couple others, things I don't think I can say until they're probably announced, but should be some good shit. I'm really hoping to get to the USA soon. That's my biggest market anyway, America. But I fucking can't wait to get there because, you know, that's literally what.
Oh, you haven't played in the US yet? Wow. You're getting a lot of hype. You're getting a lot of notoriety for someone who's never set foot on US shores, so
I got to capitalize what's fucking out there, right?
Okay.
And that's what's funny. Over here, they don't know that. They really, I don't think they know that. They do know it, but it's like, okay. It's because I'm not dominating here the way I'm dominating everywhere else around the world. When I say dominate, I'm not saying I'm topping charts and shit, but you know, I'm very prominent in spaces and you know, by force though, like, because I have to. And that is literally why I'm like coming back to the circular narrative of what you said before. Like, this is how I have to get in because they will not let me in here. I do not fit no one's fucking agenda here. I don't even sound like them. Like the way I sound is like, I don't even know if I should sound like this. Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's very weird over here. Like, everything is very definitive. Like, oh, you have to be like this and fit this thing and fit that and fit. I don't fit that. I don't give a fuck. Like, bro, like, see my dick, man, my purple belly, bro. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, it's bruised and battered. My dick's bruised and battered. Like.
Then you're I guess the next person is gonna tell the next kid, it's like, now you gotta sound like Kid Bookie, and then you're like, what does that mean? And then I guess the chain goes on, so which isn't your problem. So
I would rather people possibly have that sentiment than I have to sound like fucking 6'9" or some shit.
Okay. So I guess the big question that I know you've gotten a lot of attention for your collabs with Corey Taylor. So how did you meet Corey?
I had this job. Thankfully, I don't work there anymore, and music has been able to fucking pay my bills for the last 2 years, which is dope. But I had this job. Shout out Temple of Satan. Met some good friends there now. That I was coming home from a very shit day, and I was doing what I normally do, I still do now. I was putting on my Slipknot self-titled, and I went straight to Wait and Bleed. Put on Wait and Bleed. As I was coming home, I was passing a station called Plumstead. As I tweeted, and then I tweeted, Wait and Bleed is as iconic as Chop Suey. And then after that, I tweeted, yo, Corey, I need to work with you before we both die. And then within, I think about 2-3 minutes, dude was like, yeah, let's talk. And we DM'd. He said, yo, I'm a fan of your shit. I was just like, why? So it's like, not like why. Like, I was like more about bewildered. Like, how the fuck? Like, from just few, like me, just because we've just seen what you've seen. Seen like some fucking shake up and shit, was dope. And then from there, man, that's like my big brother, man. I feel you're probably annoying sometimes because I'm just like, oh my God, like when you just got like, I don't have brothers and shit, so sometimes it's like, I do like the guy, and it's like, yeah, but I fucking love him. And that's my big brother. Shout out Alicia, shout out Griff, shout out fucking Jason, Christopher too. That's like everyone. That's like I love them, man. They're fucking some of the most humble people I've ever met in my life. And I know like everyone has their days where you don't always just have to express this humility that you have, but naturally off the bat, I don't think you can meet someone as genuine as that fellow there, man. I love dude differently.
Okay.
I love you.
Because you first worked with him on your song "Stuck in My Ways." Yeah. He just rapped on your song, right? Is that how it worked? He did a part on your song, and then he just contacted you about doing the CMFT Must Be Stopped. Is that what happened?
Yeah, well, I knew we was doing that for like 6-7 months anyway, but we just didn't speak about it because I knew he had a solo album in the works quite a while back, because it was just all in the process, but it wasn't confirmed yet. Neither was like anything. I didn't even think it was gonna have tech on it. It was literally just me and Corey. I thought it was just gonna be me and Corey and some new shit. And so yeah, but like it was just because we talk a lot. I saw them last before Corona and all that shit. And even Sid, I saw Sid before. He even came to actually one of my shows when I was on tour. Not a lot of my friends turn up to my shows, but fucking Sid does. So shout out fucking Sid. And yeah, man. Yeah, fucking. I don't know. I'm high and drunk, man.
and through that collab, is that how you met Tech Nine, or?
Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, but he's funny because like Tech's fans have been hitting him up about doing shit with me for a while. So,
okay.
Like, he's aware of my name, but it's just like funny how Divine like, oh shit, that's like my favorite fucking rapper, like next to Eminem. Like, wow. He's just like, yeah, and Tech's on that shit. And I'm just like, do I like squeeze out or just be normal here and say, oh yeah, sick. So I was just like, I think I did spaz out in the email, like, holy shit, like tagging the dude. You can't I'm from London. I'm not supposed to be doing shit like that. Supposed to be fucking fighting for the next spot at fucking Radio 1 with a drill song or some shit.
Yeah. And I'm kind of going through my notes here because you did a lot of stuff. I know you did that song with Hacktivist. Was that more of a recent collaboration that just happened to come out, or was that done?
Contacted me and was like, oh man, we'd love to do some shit. So I did that verse with them like 7 months ago or some shit like that.
Okay. So a lot of this stuff was just stuff you did a while ago and it just happened to all come out at the same time.
It was very like bag. So I think that's what really helped with like every month there's just a new drop so far. Like I think this month even I dropped with Ola Bliss with a feature. So I have dropped a song every month for the past since May, whether it be from my own or feature.
Are there any other songs you want to talk about that you did that may be coming out in January, or?
Oh man, yeah. Well, I've shot a video to me and Tech's new song, and I've shot a video from a song off my album called Like I, which is fucking stupid, ridiculously.
Okay, so you probably have enough music to at least cover 2021 then.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah, and I got this like new metal rap shit with Billy Martin from Good Charlotte, which is fucking mad. Like we are so disgusting. Like I guess I don't, because I have so many sides. It's like, but you know, I love doing that shit, so I got to really exercise some shit in that shit. That's what I'm looking forward to finishing and coming out. Because that's like some really Limp Biscuit type cuts and nasty shit. Me and my band have got some shit coming. We've got a single that we've been fucking working for fucking ages, but we just been always, you know, but we're so focused on like just locking in shit. We know we don't really have to rush anything. So
Okay. Tell me a little bit about that. Do you have a project name, or is that just something you're just working on music and you're gonna work out all the other stuff later?
no, I don't really have a project name for that. I think we just kind of, if anything, we're really defining a sound, because we do bring a lot of sounds to it. So it's like, I don't think we could have a definitive album because we have so much influence. So it's like, yeah, so that, but I feel like it would be a very progressive, eclectic mix of shit. So I feel like we shouldn't even worry about that kind of sentiment. Just like, if it's grunge shit, cool. If it's some metal shit, cool. Like, let's just play with it. Like, we are not defined to having to do one fucking soundscape of shit. So that's what's exciting about this shit, because it's never the same. Like, you can have some shit that sounds like some pop punk ballad into some really dark screamo shit. Like, so you know.
Because you guys have worked together on other stuff too, right? You and Billy.
I mean, Billy, yeah, we did some other shit called On My Rock, which is just a single that's on my album as well.
Okay. And then this project kind of just spawned from that, or?
Yeah. Completely different music though.
Oh, okay.
On My Rock is like a teenage girl, and this other shit is like a fully grown, developed slut.
Ah. Okay. Okay. And then let's see who else. How I noticed you worked. I know way back when you worked with members of D12. So how was that? Just they just discovered your music through however they found your music, and it kind of spawned from there, or?
I'm getting wavy. They're like family, man. Like different. Like I know, like there's like, you know, it's like, yeah. I worked with Conniver on a song, and Crooked Eye, who was in Slaughterhouse at the time, some song called Evolution 2.0, which had like some pop singer called Samantha Mumber and shit on it as well. Not some pop singer, I should respect that, way different. So if you ever hear this, I'm so sorry. I didn't even mean like that. There's more. I had the beautiful queen of pop, Samantha Mumber, on this tune. And it was cool. It was like, it's kind of the same kind of shit I do now, just more defined. But so yeah, we bought them, and then yeah, we're just working, and I started, you know, meeting other people and shit, and you know, it started getting, it just gets close and shit, man. They're like, you know, everyone's been a mentor for me in some sort of way, so I'm very proud to be able to like sit here in my fucking room with that shit.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Have you done, I know live is pretty much, we don't know when the world's going to open up, but have you explored the world of like live streaming, or are you going to do any live streaming performances
We've been doing live streaming every week.
Yeah. Okay.
Literally, I just literally did one. I think it's because if you're on my Instagram, then you'll know, because we're very active on putting up our band a lot. Like we do live stream. We literally just did one now, a half-hour fucking set of pure mayhem, bro. Like,
okay.
So you have missed out about 5 weeks of madness.
Okay. So do you have do you have a certain day that you do it, or is it kind of like whenever you're ready to go?
Every Saturday for around 2 to 3 hours. But recently we've been picking up the bass, and I think we just know what it means, because like we lost a member due to his own pedantics. So I had to step up and take over guitar duty. So I've had to kind of learn these new songs and rap them at the same time. So it's been 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks it's been pretty fun. I've been like, it sounds like we've been doing that for a very long time. But that's because we are very, we're very cohesive together. We're very symbiotic in our process, which is dope.
All right, cool. So, are you on any other platforms like Twitch or TikTok or anything like that?
I'm not. I think I've got a TikTok, but it says "Go fuck yourself" on the bio. So, and I don't even use it.
Oh, I figured that crowd would be really into they'd be really receptive to what you do, since that's the kind of music that the kids on there are really into.
I need to venture into things like that. So yeah, I haven't really stepped into the Twitch shit as well, but I do want to. I don't really play games though. I just play fucking FIFA and COD, like Warzone. So
it'd be good to even stream on Twitch though,
because
they can donate.
Is it okay? Well, I'm gonna go on Twitch. I just heard you can donate. So
yeah,
I need that money.
Yeah, Twitch is pretty much, you can do anything. You can talk for 2 hours if you want. You can.
And I perform acts of bestiality with my dog.
There we go. Whatever. Yeah, the world's your oyster there. So, but
you have just been a what's the word they say? A right-hand man in my ideas. He fucked my own dog. So.
Okay, so all right. So anything else you want to plug that's coming up that you haven't mentioned yet, or?
My album "Cheaper Than Therapy" is coming out next year, very early next year. I'm in a debate with my manager right now because it's 21 songs, and now he says I need to cut this shit, and I'm like, what? I've just like sent out fucking merch with the track list and all this shit, like. But so I'm in a little battle debate of that shit. But he has the best interest, and it's about getting out the best way. So for the first time in my life, I am kind of receptive to the idea of change.
Okay.
If it can help, yeah.
Are you open to the idea of like working with a label, or is that something that you're gonna deal with it when the time
Them
comes?
motherfuckers come around, have no idea, and then go away. So as long as they keep doing that, I don't have any interest. But if they come along and they wave their big hands at me with the understanding of what I want to do and where we can take it, I am open to dominating the planet. But until then, keep sucking my dick with your ignorance.
And then when the world opens up, then hopefully we'll get to see you live in whatever country you end up in.
Oh, bro, we're gonna be at every fucking country. I'm even gonna be in places where there's just hundreds of year old tribes that have no idea what I'm doing, but for some reason I'm just there because there's a promoter that says, "Hey, look, there's a stage."
Cool. So, where's like the most unusual place that you've gotten fan emails or just messages from so far?
Probably hell. No, I'm joking. Because that would be dead people. You always think it's weird, and then you get another one from somewhere. Probably,
or let's say unusual. That's somewhere you never thought that people would discover your music.
Probably like Algeria and shit, and Iran, where Iran and like Algeria and shit. Because I just think, what's your culture doing for me to be able to get there? Like I guess sonically, yeah, I want to cover so many areas, but what the fuck? How have I got here?
Yeah. Well, that's a part of the world where I guess in continental Europe, there's a lot of people of that culture that are in the hip hop space, and they have a lot of things on their minds. So I guess it is a growing scene. I don't know about the countries that you just mentioned proper, but I know there's people of that descent in a lot of places in Europe that are doing hip hop. So I guess in a sense, it's not too surprising.
Do any of your friends know who I am?
I know. Well, strangely, the friends who are not in the music industry, maybe a few do. Most of the people that are friends of mine in the industry definitely know who you are. So I have two separate groups of friends. I have the music industry friends, and I have the non-music industry friends. So most of my non-music industry friends are I don't know what the world they listen to. They listen to music nothing like this, so it's just it's a
We call them
subject.
homies.
Yeah, yeah, they're kind of stuck in the 80s thrash metal vein. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, nah. I like when I get messages from them kind of people. Like, yeah, I don't really, I don't like rap, I don't like hip hop, but your stuff is pretty killer, man.
The best one, I think I was reading one of your tweets a while ago. Somebody thought that what was it? They thought that you're what was it that I'm trying to remember what the tweet was. Your art somebody was trying to accuse you of bringing back like something like what was it, like Jinko pants or something like that or gangster wear and I was like, "Wait, what?" It's like that's not even anywhere close to what you do. So
People put me in so many different categories. It's funny every day to see like a new tweet come through. Like, man, you're my favorite ghetto soul artist. Yeah, sweet, man. Respect. Like,
but the weird part is there's bands that don't even rap that look, I guess if you want to go down that path, that look more rap than you do. So I mean, I don't know what the world that means anymore because I think that world ended in what like the mid 90s.
yeah,
So I mean, it's like I don't know. It's like when you look at even hip hoppers that do hip hop, they don't really look the part. So I guess if that's what people want to say.
I still feel like I'm an anomaly in what I'm doing. Not in like some self-righteous place, but I mean in the sense of like, there's scenes with loads of artists that sound the same because that's what the scene does, is the sound and you're in the sound. But I guess where I don't follow, yes, I do follow a certain sound, but it's not of an influenced nature from people that are next to me.
Hmm.
I rap how I rap on certain beats. Certain people rap differently. Like we have Scar Lord who raps, I guess, but I rap too over certain same beats, but it's not the same rap. You got
Yeah,
Zillikami who raps same way, Ghostman and shit, and everyone brings their own shit to the table, and I guess that's what the beauty of this shit is, that and no one's trying to be someone else.
yeah,
But when you're trying to sell so many different anomalies, that's all individual spaces. When you've got a sound and people just jumping on the waves and shit, it's like, oh, we have a market here. Trying to
yeah,
market niches every fucking time, or fucking, just I don't know. You have to dominate your way. You have to do it. That's one thing I've learned about what we're doing is you can't follow. You can follow blueprints that have been set before you, but they don't work for you. So you have to just manipulate, and set your own. And that's what I guess we're trying to do over here, man.
yeah. Do you have a wish list of anybody you want to collaborate with that maybe if they're listening that maybe you can openly share?
Yeah, Beyonce, Frank Ocean, James Blake, Limp Bizkit, Blink 182, Green Day, um, Slipknot, um, who else? Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, and Andre 3000. If I
Oh,
can
nice.
do if I can do three of them, I'm cool. I've done a lot of what I wanted to do already, so I've started changing the names.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Slipknot shouldn't be too hard. I mean, you already know one of the members, so.
I know them, like I guess individually, not all
Mhm.
of them like close buddies like that, but I speak to me, Sid and Corey are like, well, me Corey have our own relationship, me and Sid have our own relationship, but them two alone are like extremely important figures in my life, for just guidance and shit, and just a positive relationship as musician to musician, little brother to big brother, just like just got in that kind of sense. And I use brother because I don't have brothers. Like I have, like when I say bloodline, I mean like everyone of my brothers here, like that's why when I have that kind of shit, it's important to me. Like it's not just a sentiment I throw around because it's fucking word. Hey, bro, like, no, fuck that.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So, okay, I guess lastly, if people want to find you on the wonderful world of the interweb, where can they find you?
Grinder.com. No, you can find me. I guess you type Kid Bookie, something will pop up with my socials. I guess Twitter Kid Bookie, Instagram Kid Bookie, YouTube Kid Bookie, Facebook Kid Bookie. I am Kid Bookie. You are no one.
We can also punch in cheaper than therapy. That comes up too.
Yes, you can. You'll see me tweeting about that a lot and posting images. If you want to buy the merch that I'm currently wearing, that's £35, possibly around $40. If you want to invest in me create more music and shit like that, help me out. So anybody out there, I am not rich, nor do I aspire to be. Wait, I aspire to be rich, but it is not my driving factor of what I do. So if the money does attain, I am extremely grateful, because nobody ever thinks they're gonna go into music and suddenly even see a penny. So
yeah, we're kind of rich in knowledge, because I mean, you're on there every day on Twitter sharing your knowledge, so that's one good thing.
I feel like I've come across as a moany guy, and the fact that you're kind of showing me I'm not, I'm gonna go even harder.
Well, I guess it's like it starts off as moaning and groaning, but then it turns into something completely different, because there's always that one person that decides to change your direction of your thinking, and then suddenly it turns into something that's deeper than you really originally intended on. So,
yeah, for sure.
That's the weird. Yeah, that's the weird part about Twitter, because it's like whatever you originally thought you're typing in is never what it ends up being. So yeah. Cool. So all right. So hold on a second here, and